Hey everyone. Chat tabs. Okay. Can you guys hear me? See me? Let me know. Comment. Let me know if I'm good to go. You guys hear me okay? Okay, fantastic. All right. I think it's best if you guys, if you have any questions, send me a Facebook Messenger. Send me a message in Facebook Messenger because there is a delay between the live stream and great. Thanks, Parsifal. Appreciate it. That's my boy from high school, guy who taught me how to program. So if you have any questions on what I'm doing, and you want me to go back and demonstrate a couple of things, then what you do is just send me a Facebook message, and that's a lot easier and a lot faster for me to answer versus the actual live stream, because what I'm doing is actually doing a live stream from my desktop, so I'm not holding a phone like you usually do in a live stream. Okay, so in a live stream you actually see the questions as they're coming up, and then you can answer them and like them and so on and so forth. So if you have any questions, do send me a private message, and then I'll answer them right away, and then we'll go from there. So the other day I did a picture-in-picture demonstration, and a lot of folks actually reached out to me of how do I actually do a live stream doing a picture-in-picture. So hopefully I can help you with this. What I use is Open Broadcaster software, and what I'll do is actually post that URL for that software. It's a free download. I'll post that into the Facebook Live real quick, and then hopefully that will help you guys get it. Give me a second here. Okay, so what I'll actually start doing now is actually do the pick and pick. Hello, you guys hear me? Yeah, there's no echo. Great. So what I'll do is shrink myself a little bit and show you how I'm doing this in just the great. Okay. Actually, let's put this way so I'm not blocking any of my screen. Okay, great. So you guys see my face, and you guys see my desktop now, right? Okay. What you have to do is actually get Open Broadcaster software. All right. So just go ahead and type Open Broadcaster software and hit search, and you can go here. It's called obsproject.com, and I'll actually go into the Facebook Live and put this in here so you guys can see. All right, that's the link to the URL. That's allowing me to do this picture-in-picture thing right now. Okay, Now, to do a Facebook Live from your desktop instead of your phone, you know, remember a lot of people are doing like Facebook Lives through their cell phone. They're doing it in their car, but my issue was I'm in my home office right now, and although I get a pretty good connection when I talk on the phone, what I don't have is good Wi-Fi connection down here in the basement. So I have a hard line to my laptop, and then when I do a Facebook Live, I don't have a very good connection cell phone signal. So to overcome that challenge, I did a Facebook Live using my laptop, so I have a hard landline. So that's the reason why I did that. So when you actually go into Open Broadcaster software, and when you actually go in there, you download whatever version that you have to, okay? And then what you need to do is, give me 1 second, and I'm actually now going to share my screen and get rid of my, okay. Now what you see is actually my desktop, okay. And what I'm going to do is actually, I know it's getting a little weird, but bear with me for a second. I'm going to shrink my video, okay. So this is Open Broadcaster software, all right. So what I'm doing is actually sharing my desktop right here. Let me see if I can actually share just the window capture. And nope, I can't do that. Not in here. Nope, I can't do that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is cancel that. Okay, so bear with me for a second. I know this is getting confusing because it's a lot of titling that's going on. Okay, what actually an alternative that I can probably do is actually perhaps open up PowerPoint. And cancel that. Bear with me for a second. All right, so all right, I opened up a quick PowerPoint presentation to take screen captures of everything that I'm doing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually go in here. All right, the first thing that you need to do is download Open Broadcaster software. Okay, so I showed you that this is where you download it from. Okay, so once you download that, what happens is that in your Open Broadcaster software, there are a couple of things that you need to do. Okay, and I'll demonstrate this in this PowerPoint. All right, so here's my Open Broadcaster software. And let me see if I can widen this up a little bit. Okay, so in Open Broadcaster software, there are a couple of things that you're going to see. One is you're going to see some scenes here. You're going to see sources here. Okay, you're going to see mixer, and then a couple of buttons here for streaming. All right. Again, I did a screenshot real quick to avoid the confusion. Of what I'm doing. And actually, let me get this right here. Okay. Yeah. Bruce Lee House of Mirrors, exactly. So when you first install it, you don't have any sources. So what you have to do is actually add your video capture device. So you do that by actually clicking on this plus button. When you click on this plus button, what happens is, give me a second, I'll give you another. Sorry, this is not working that well either. I should have rehearsed this before I went live, but that's the beauty of going live. Let's see. Hit cancel. And now let's do window capture. Okay. So just bear with me for a second. All right. So when you first add, just follow my cursor in the first one. Don't go up, and don't let your eyeball go up into the House of Mirrors. So in here, this is going to be completely blank. Okay. And then what you do is you add or remove sources. What you have to do is add a mic or auxiliary source. You have to add a video capture device. Okay, so if you just do the mic and video capture device, that will give you your face. Okay, just one screen like this. All right, just one screen like this. This is what you get. All right, when you add more inputs, when you click on this and actually add more inputs, so you can add a video capture device, which will take a video of your face, and then when you have a display capture, that will do it will add the input of your display. Okay, so basically your screenshot. You can also do a window capture. So if you just have one window open, so for some reason it only lets you capture Chrome. So if I have a Chrome open, then it will add that. So what happens is that this red box right here, okay, this will add in there along with this. So if, for example, if you have, and then what you do is you actually adjust the boxes that you get. So every time you have a display, you adjust the boxes accordingly. All right, and then you move your displays up and down. So for example, I keep my video capture on top because I want my face to be on top while I'm speaking, and then the screenshot on the back. Okay. Hopefully that all makes sense. I'm checking my Facebook to see if anybody has a question. All right, so no messages yet on Facebook. All right, and then what happens is that what you have to do is you have a stop streaming and start streaming. But before you do any stop streaming and start streaming, you have to go into settings. Okay, in your settings you have a stream option, and then right now it's grayed out because right now I'm streaming with you live, and then there you have to put in a URL and stream key. Now where you get this URL and stream key, the URL should be your URL that it's going to be attached to Facebook server that you're going to stream to Facebook server live. The way you get this information is that there is this nifty, very nifty website, and let me show you in a second where you can find this website. Alright, so you go to iag.me. So let me copy and paste this into the Facebook Live. All right. And then you scroll down, and then you get this Facebook Live button. Use Facebook Live on your profile page or group. So when you click on broadcast on Facebook Live, then that is where you will get the information. Now I don't want to hit that button right now because I'm live right now, and I'm afraid it will disconnect the live connection. Okay? So what I want to do, so this is when you click on that, and for some reason I try to find the URL behind this button. I just can't find it. I don't know why. So what I did is actually I bookmark this page, this URL, iag.me, and what you do is it actually gives you instructions how to broadcast live from your desktop. And then what you do is actually click on this button, and what that does is it gives you the information to plug into the stream. So you take the URL, you copy the URL from that website, and you paste it here, and also the stream key. Okay, and you hit OK. Once you hit OK, you say start streaming. Once you start streaming, this website will show you a preview before you actually go live. Okay? Before you go live, you want to see and make sure everything is okay and ready to go. And then on that, so this, when you click on this button, a separate window pops up. So in that pop-up window, it'll give you the URL and the stream key. Once you've configured everything in Open Broadcast software and you say start streaming, then what you do is you see a preview of the actual stream, and then in there you actually say go live. And once you go live, then in your Facebook you actually start to see yourself. Okay? Here you go, and here I am. All right. Give me a second. Okay, great. Now do you see that I'm now in your, I'm doing the, hey Keisha, what's going on? I just saw that you and I were doing Facebook Lives together at the same time. We were basically battling for attention, and I hope I won. So if you have any questions, do reach out to me. I can, if this Facebook Live is a little confusing, I just wanted to do this Facebook Live streaming to show you the pick and pick. And if it was confusing, let's set up an appointment. Let's set up a half hour and get you going. But I think I pretty much covered it all. A couple of pointers that you want to make sure is that when you're doing a Facebook Live, you want to make sure that your volume is turned off. Okay? So let me actually move my picture and show you my desktop. Make sure that your own desktop volume is turned off. Okay? Because what you'll do is start getting an echo. What you want to make sure is that your Facebook Live video is turned off. Okay? Because you'll start to get you'll start getting echoes. The third pointer that I want to give you is that when you start adding more, like more sources here, what Open Broadcaster software, what it does is it actually adds more mic sources. I don't know why. Once I get better at it, I'll maybe figure it out as to why. But what you want to do is just lower the volume of all these mics, okay, and only have one going, because then you'll start to get the echo. Because if I do this, now I have two mics competing, and you'll probably hear an echo right now, okay? And you don't want to do that. You want to just have one mic on and one mic streaming, one video streaming to capture your face, and then a desktop audio. Now, can I add another display capture? Yes, I can. Okay. And I have two monitors hooked up. to this, to my laptop. All right, so right now I have 3 inputs. Okay. Right here, this is my laptop display. This is a separate monitor that I've connected to my laptop. And then obviously you have my picture showing here as well. Now, what I'm trying to figure out, and maybe you can Google this and YouTube this, is that I will be doing some, perhaps some live streams and doing some interviews. So maybe I can do a video and video side by side of me interviewing someone. I know there's other separate software that will allow you to do it. Later on today, I will be interviewed by a fellow entrepreneur, Nicolette Moore. So she will share with me what is the side-by-side software that she's using. But Open Broadcaster is free. Okay, so maybe you can play around with it, find out how you can actually do this, which is pretty cool. I'm trying to adjust my own face and whatnot. So the black area here is basically everything that you're seeing. Now let me open up my Facebook page. Show you what I'm talking about. So the black area that you see here and here is very similar to, it's basically the space right here and right here. Okay, that's basically what it is. All right, so that's how you do Facebook Live, pick and pick, and multiple pick and pick if you have multiple screens hooked up. Yasser, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Keisha, thank you so much. And Keisha's an awesome person. If you have not liked her page, liked her fan page, do like her fan page. She is an awesome. Celine Monique, Assalamu alaikum sister. Thank you so much for liking my page. And Celine, she actually, ranked up recently in her business. So she is she's on the hunt. She's going to make some really big waves. So that's pretty much how you do Facebook Live from your desktop, and you do the pick and pick. So hopefully that was helpful. I know this was a little bit longer than I had expected, but that's what Facebook Live is. You go with the flow. All right, thanks everyone. Talk to you later.